Right, I am well aware of how improper it is calling this Witches of Wallachia when we just still don't have any witching going on. We're trying real hard. And to that end, we do have the one witch we've managed to dig up here. Wait, you're not the witch. You're not the witch at all. Didn't I have a witch floating around? I could have sworn I had one in my court trying to educate, but perhaps I... No, that's my queen. Where in the world is my witch? Maybe she went away. Let's see, there's you here. And you're currently warding over that, right? My nephew. You warded them with your wife for opinion, I think. That sounds like something I would do. But now we have you witching away for my nephew, who may or may not turn out to be a witch. But my kids... I need to do what I can to actually get some witching going on. What I would also really like is having one of these pop out and have what it takes to strengthen the bloodline. We're so close. My wife could strengthen the bloodline if we were playing as her. House Black, genius, robust, and pretty. She's amazingly good. So hopefully she pops out some amazingly good children for her. We went to great lengths to get this wife. In fact, her opinion of us tells the whole story right there. A foreigner for whom I've unlawfully executed her family. I fabricated a claim on her, I executed a close relation, and I revoked her title. Nonetheless, we lucked out and got her as a soulmate, so surely she'll pump out plenty of children for us, although she has this look of duck-lipped hatred towards us constantly. We're just going to have to deal with that. In any case, I shall probably remove her, not from life, but, ooh, I could take some money off of her as well. You know, that money's not going to do her any good. And that hook's not going to last forever. So I'm just going to take some money from my wife. And on top of that, we need to remove her as a guardian. Because we need to do what we can to get that witching. You're 55, your health is poor. Hopefully you don't die on us anytime soon. But for now... Please educate my son. Do not convert that culture. And also... Where's the one for... Oh, you're currently still doing my nephew, aren't you? Well, it's unlikely I'm ever going to play as the girl, so let's leave it with the nephew. Not break that away. The good thing about having my wife teach Kaladin is that she's a genius, so we'll pump out this dwarf again. Just can't seem to ditch the dwarfism. Okay, right, you can get back to educating our daughter then. I don't have a big deal with that. Now. I murdered hard to marry my true love, a drunk lunatic. Scottish love story. Oh, she is a drunkard, I must have missed that. Maybe she got really stressed out, what with me imprisoning her and her ex-husband, and killing her ex-husband. Mostly by accident, but also kind of not. So where are we with Wallachia? What are we doing right now? Simeon's asking about religion. We reformed Sylvanskin to have esotericism and human sacrifice replace a couple of garbage tenets, and of course to have witchcraft accepted. I'm quite tempted to throw this religion over to the Byzantines as well to weaken them. Note that the House Vlad that we threw over there in Basilia Miao, she's dead now, but they pumped out loads of Vlad children, you know, got 4 male heirs there, so it's almost certainly going to turn House Vlad. I did some experimentation, and I have no idea how Dynasty Head is chosen. Not a clue, but I'm quite certain they're not going to take it from me if and when Olwyn's dies. But what is Olwyn's going to do now? I'm feeling a little boxed in. The Byzantine Emperor, I can fight and win against him, but the question is for what? I don't really want land off him. I don't plan on expanding at all for more land for myself, unless at some point I decide that I do want to form the Empire of Carpathia, but yeah, Kingdom rank just feels more enjoyable than Empire rank. Once you're Empire rank, nothing's really going to get in your way. So I'd rather the expansion I do is to expand other dukes and kingdoms of my own out there. For example, we have the Duke Vlad out in Helisi here, pumping out more Vlads. They can form cadet branches, we don't really care, as long as they still contribute towards my renown. The trouble with expanding in that direction is that they're all old Slovanskan, so I don't really have free run on beating them up with holy wars. That's when I can look to others. Not you, actually. You're still old Slovanskan. Estonia is not, but Estonia is actually quite large. What I could do is holy war you for pretty much anything. God, we do like holy wars around here. Chernigov, Pinsk, all options. I mean, I could holy war for Pinsk, let it go independent, and then I'd have another independent Vlad Duchy out there. Although hopefully they wouldn't get gobbled up all too quickly. I don't want them fighting amongst themselves. It's just a way to build up more renown. And renown means prizes for us. Brooks just says Silesia should burn. Well, looking over close enough to that location. We've been growing here. That's not even my choice. Wish my vassals would stop expanding for me. Hopefully, at some point, we're going to get ourselves some royal prerogative. So I can force absolute crown authority and stop them from waging their own wars. They'll hate me for it, but when do they not? Why not fill the steppes with lads? Well, that's what I'm getting to there, C-Space. Khazaria is quite tempting to gun down here. They have a lot of troops, this is true, but I can holy war them for a large swathe of land. I could get the kingdom of Zaporozhia. Zaporozhia? Who cares how you say it? The point is, I could make that kingdom and stick another Vlad on there. And hopefully they wouldn't fall apart, although they quite likely could. How many Vlad variations can we come up with? Well, currently, I think we have 4 houses. 4 houses that have deviated from us. Cadet branch. In order to become house heads themselves, landed members can choose to create their own house, a cadet branch. Offshoot houses are free to do the same. A tree of houses within a larger dynasty. Very cute, but as long as they all contribute towards my renown, I don't really care. So yeah, fighting Khazaria and taking that kingdom is really rather tempting. Before that, though, there's somebody a little important to me that I need to look at. You see, my wife did pump out another child before I came to harvest that baby factory for myself. And my god, she too could strengthen bloodline herself. Genius, hale, and pretty. I need Countess Adam Whitelaw here to marry somebody else in my family. Because look at that. House Orthel. That's not good enough. The question is who? Now I'd like her to marry... actually my son would be pretty nice, but for some reason I can't do that. And I'm trying to think why. One of your children, one of your courtiers, to her, one of her children, or one of her courtiers. And that's probably because they are direct brother and sister, which is not allowed by our laws. So I could marry you to my brother, which might make a bit more sense. My brother is currently unlanded and just dossing about in court, and he doesn't really have any traits for himself that he could pass down. But I want to keep good control over these, so I'm thinking I'll just throw you over there. Just anything to get some babies coming out so that we can maybe find more of these, because growing these traits feels good. The nickname means she has consecrated the bloodline. Really? Really? Consecrated or strengthened? Probably strengthened. Well, that means her dynasty gets strong blood. Is strong blood something that is congenital? It doesn't show here as congenital. Good for her. Let's see if we can't get some of that strong blood coming down. Regardless, let's throw you in there. It's non-matrilineal, so they'll all be of our glorious House Vlad. But we still need to get that done. It's to the point where, unless Shadow pops out as a witch, I would actually disinherit him if another better heir comes along that actually has all 3 of these physical traits, and one of them being top level. Because you need that to consecrate. Also can't have a bad one like Scaly or Giant, even though Giant shouldn't be bad. Giant should be good. Poor Shadow, says Franco, he knew the risks. And even if he didn't, too bad for him. I need to figure out how to weaken the Byzantine Empire. I'm not happy with how chunky it is. Has Nicaea grown? I don't recall it being that big. I really don't recall it being that big. You don't need the witch to teach him until he is about to turn 15. So you can still have control over his traits, says JJ. Is that so? The thing is, my wife is a genius. She should be the one looking over him. And also, I will forget if I don't do it. So... we'll just leave it to chance. I do love chance. Right, our own military strength isn't that great. I am strongly contemplating fighting Khazaria for that kingdom right now, because the sooner we pop it out, the sooner we get +1 renown every month for having another kingdom on the map. The only concern is Zealous. If you aren't use that, it locks the heir out of witchcraft, essentially. But I will completely forget. And I'm not that good at teaching him anyway. Alright, I'll teach you myself then. Even though I'm pretty terrible at it. I mean, I'm pretty terrible at a lot of things. We've grown a lot as Olwyn's. Olwyn's has been a real imbecile from the get-go. But through his actions, he's managed to grow up to be not too terrible, except intrigue is still really getting on my nerves there. There's also the option of Lower Silesia, but because they're not heathens to us, they're only astray. It's a little harder to justify gunning them down. I think I will just go straight up for destroying Khazaria. Can't think of much else I have to do right now. I got a bit of money. I also have a bit of money. Oh, speaking of my money, I should be investing. I've constructed everything I think I can in my main place, but I'm actually going to build up my my little barons, because my barons do pay me 20% of the money and 10% of the levies as Republican thingamajiggers, but I want to be able to take lots of money off of them down the line. Doesn't hurt to have some extra levies for myself as well, so let's just shove down some pastoral lands. I'm sure there's a quicker way to do this, right? Maybe, but for now I'm just clicking on them and telling them to get going. Ah, here we go. We've got a forest here, so I can think of different things to put down. It's a nice touch. You get different buildings depending on what the area is. Building construction time doesn't seem like too big of a boon there. Development growth is pretty nice. Army gold maintenance. Does that include men-at-arms? Possibly. That does sound good. Have yourself a forestry. And then there's this little city, and we'll get some farms going on there just so that you have more money to play around with. That's right, I can and will invest money in my own lands. I also want Barlad at some point. What bothers me is that it's not House Vlad. If it was held by House Vlad, at least then we'd get the monthly renown bonus for us. Instead it's held by this this inbred nobody. Can I arrange a marriage between you and... Do I have any young, spunky... Ugh, I don't want to give you my daughter. My daughter's too good for you. How about my probably female nephew? Is that a woman? No, that's a boy. Jeez. Well, consider that down the road, but I do want this back, because I built up this nice grand temple, and I'm not getting any use out of it at all. That's right, nephew is male, niece is female. The more you pretend to know. Right, capital of Khazaria is a gorillion miles away, and you are there, aren't you? It's going to be a bit of a long, painful war to fight you. I'm not sure if that's worth doing right at this moment. Right, I guess I let you go. I've got a favor hook on you, so I must have let you out. Why would I do such a thing? I don't know, but you don't seem too shabby. Unlanded at my court. And you're part of my my good old dynasty, so as long as you pump out more quick kids, that's all good. I accept your betrothal. I shall graciously take the hand of your brother. Some big words you're saying for an 8-year-old. Well, Shitatsu Sho, you get another chance at fame and glory. She hates me. Who doesn't? I've been a bit tyrannical, what with all the throwing and executing, throwing people into prison and executing them. Barons are feudal, Jake. Yes. Wait, they are? I thought they were Republican. Oh no, I'm thinking of you. You're Republican. Mayor Kitsy. You're the Baron. Where can we see that? Anyway, get out of my way. Realm, vassals, Republican vassals. Oh, I've got a mayor over here. Right, and another mayor here. And then there's you. So, feudal obligations are 20 and 10. So I'm curious. Well, Republic things. So, what is yours? It's just 10%. Oh, it's 10 and 25. Okay, I read that one wrong. I actually get more levies out of them. Well, it doesn't matter. The point is those lands are there for me to gobble up if I'm ever below my own domain limit. Which I am right now, so I could easily just take one back immediately. It doesn't really matter what they think, because I just... I mean, why would I care? You don't even lose much out of it. I would go revoke title on that. He wouldn't be happy, but it doesn't change anything. It's not tyranny. I just say, welcome to being mine. Lovely. Although I'd really rather have the holy site. Okay, there's a babe. Ugh, it's a daughter. Double ugh, it only has 2 of the 3 traits, although they're not too shabby. Princess Tootle. Husband, dearest, I have the greatest idea. We should name her Tootle. Does this not look like a little Tootle? You know what? Tootle it is. As in Tootaloo when we marry you off. Oh. The spy master's died of old age. We need a good spy master. Ah! A half-decent one who actually likes me. Why do you like me so much? I gave you a duchy in 3 counties. Of course you'd like me. There we go. I'm going to keep my spy master on saving me because my own intrigue is just so low. Is your head of faith getting income now that you have a temple? Good point. Now that I have built a single solitary temple, my guy here, he makes money, 1.6, and I believe he pays me. 1.1. I bet if you liked me more, you would give me more money. What if I give you a gift? Oh, I don't want to give you that much of a gift. I'll just sway you for now then. And then, how about the head of faith? Wow. Amazing. At least this guy's building up my my temple for me. I'm thinking it's probably a good idea to throw down a lot of temples around the area because temples mean quite a lot of money. Within my own realm, they actually generate quite a bit. For example, here, we've got all these spare places. I could put temples on all of them, I assume. Gives a nice lump sum of piety when it's done. And it doesn't cost a whole lot to make. So I'm struggling to think of a reason not to do this. Oh, well, there's one. You need a city before you can have another temple. Well, I'm not made of money. Let's just throw down one temple here and there. I'd quite like to really spruce up Transylvania as a duchy. So that's what we're going for. And there we go. I'm going a temple rampage. Yeah, have a mountainous temple. I'm still missing the Witch and Witches of Wallachia title run, says Trox. I know, we're trying. But we are not having the best of luck in finding these witches or having the witchy trait passed on. There we go, that's temples all over Transylvania now. Which is the easiest when being a herbalist himself. Well, we have the medicine focus, but we haven't had any decent events relating to it popping up. Maybe going on a pilgrimage will sort things out for us. Prepare for the journey. Off we trot to Novgorod. I feel for Veden. I think their time is coming. The Basilius is going to be eyeing him up with greedy eyes. It's probably not that long until Byzantium declares war on me, myself. Okay, we're under attack. My prowess is pretty terrible. I doubt I'm going to be fighting them off that easily. But think about it, I could be an aspiring blade master. We must do it. Oh, or not. We'll just get wounded whilst we're on our pilgrimage. Thankfully. Aggravated wound and wounded. And my cousin. Ooh, not just any old cousin. My Amazonian cousin. With an Herculean son. Okay, despite my injuries, we made it. And we became a wise man. So the injuries weren't too shabby. And we still have our witchy physician courtier wise woman. Not only that, but we can have some studious youth. Convergent blood is really... I want that. I really want that. I mean, blood is what it's all about, right? But no, I always go blood. Let's try to stay away from the blood. Yo, trust me, I want the Coven, but we need at least one playable character to become a witch for things to start taking off. What else can we do? Found a holy order. I couldn't do this before because I didn't have somewhere to rent out now, did I? I could give them the city of Sizitsk. Castle baronies also work, yeah, but I'm thinking city. See, I did this before and I didn't really see it being much of a bother, or really much of any good. Holy Order won't give you anything if it's in a city. They're a baron title. I'm not sure I want to give them a barony, but I'm really not sold on the benefits of having a Holy Order. What would it be? It would be something like that. Might be good. They're free mercs when fighting a different religion. Free? Are they always free? Patron may call upon the support of the Holy Order against religious enemies for free instead of paying... Oh, you pay piety! Well, we always have lots of piety going around, so I suppose that's quite nice. Yeah, go on then. You can... Wait, why give you one that I'm holding directly? Couldn't I give you a different one? Could always give you Abrudbandia. There we go. Take that one. Hell, let's just slam it down and see what happens. And now when we go to Holy Orders, we can have those... Ooh, quite a few of them. Wouldn't mind putting you to use in the upcoming war with Khazaria then. The AI loves to use them up first. You can force unwanted sons to join them, Jake. It's pretty funny at least. Probably not a 3-year-old. Oh, asked to join Holy Order. Primary heir doesn't want to. Well, I could hook them into it. Would that remove them from succession? Probably not. But what if it did? Take the vows. No idea. Yep, order members can't inherit titles. That seems like a very free way to remove them from the succession. I haven't done enough of that, frankly. Okay, time to get high in the cupboard again. I do not profess to fully understand your habits and practices. I must applaud you for the obvious effort you put into your prayers, if only every believer. Who are you? Who's under that mask? Oh, perhaps I could teach you how it's done. Now we've got ourselves another wise man out there, and I get ever closer to getting learn on the job, which will finally turn me into a not terrible character. Because boy, are we terrible. MTSC can marry. Oh god, she's 40 years old. She's gonna hit that wall like crazy. We need to find a suitable marriage candidate for you. You thankfully don't have lover's pox, so let's see who's got inheritable traits going on. Genius. I always want more genius, but... oh, well, here's another genius. More geniuses floating around than ever before. 5-year-old boy is not good. It needs to be somebody who's instantly ready to rock and roll. There we go. Try to get some more genius genes in here. I could be using these women to secure alliances, but alliances just tend to call me into fights, and I don't want to spend to call them into my own ones. I have money to spend on such things. I got these counties that are directly under me, when they should be part of Oltenia. My problem is that Duchess Clara has Oltenia. I'd like to dish it out to somebody else. I'd appreciate it if we could renegotiate my contract, my king. Any improvement would, of course, be met with enthusiasm for my treasury or my lands, says Roxana. Roxana doesn't really do anything special for me. In fact, you're a count. Why would I care? Reduced, and I get the county of Silistria. Ooh, so close. I want Calarasi. I have been interested in Silistria. You get the county. Oh, so I got a capital county. What would she be left with? I guess the other two. I'm unsure about that one. When you're big, alliances need to be equally big or bigger realms. Independent kin you want to groom, or vassals you want out of factions. Yeah, having alliances inside the realm are quite nice. I don't know why I'm agonizing over 50 ducats here, but it just... Nah, sod off. No deal for you. If she'd offered me this barony, it would be a different story, because then I can bring it back into the Duchy of Mitannia. I don't like having my duchies spilling out. Which is something I'm thinking about you, Duchess Clara. It troubles me that you hold 2 duchies. I don't like double duchies. And it makes you very unhappy because you want all of this other stuff. If I took that off of you and gave that duchy to somebody else, then that'd be better. But I need high crown authority to stop the infighting first. Otherwise, they're just going to fight for it all over again. Something else I'd like are some Greeks. I'm wondering how I can bring a Greek into Wallachia, so I could land them and hopefully culturally enrich a province. Because the Greeks doubtlessly have better institutions than me. They've been feudal for a lot longer. And as we've learnt by holding on to that Croatian province, that's Avar. That's probably the Croatian one right there. We seem to get a bonus. There we go. We get a bonus on what they've already figured out. Are you Greek? No, you're Prussian. Not only that, but you are depressive, with claims on places I don't care about. Nor are you a witch. Right, I've swayed you, so you're going to give me even more church holdings, right? 1.5. See, I like that. Holy orders and alliances are nice to have when the crusading starts and you're not Catholic. Best way to stop crusades was to attack the Pope first and the crusade gets invalidated. Is that so? That sounds pretty good, but they're not going to crusade you, as far as I can tell, if you don't hold on to their holy sites. And, well, we certainly don't have the Christian ones. Oh my, 2 for the price of 1. And it's a girl and a boy. The girl is a genius. Great. The boy? Ooh, Fasund, though. I will certainly take that. That's good news. But not the best news, because I want somebody that can strengthen the bloodline around here. Regardless, I'm going to call the girly girl here Sahoa, and the boy is going to be called McCaig. Grow up strong and wise. Jake, aren't you feeling that the game is way too easy? It certainly does feel way too easy. You just need to think of what you want, and then it happens, essentially. Which is a damn shame. Which is why you need to self-impose stuff. It's a big reason that I'm staying kingdom here instead of just going empire. I mean, I could have just become the Byzantine Empire. Would not have been difficult. Khazaria. You're allied with... Whoa, okay, right. You're allied with somebody that actually has quite a bit of teeth to them. Troubling translation. This translation of Galen is atrocious. If I were to follow these instructions, I am likely to cure my patients. I have to kill them outright. Oh, I could try to increase my courtier, my witch courtier's learning. Path of zealousness. Oh god, no, we don't want that. Well, let's eke out everything we can. Help me out with my learning here. 100%. Easy. Easy every time. Bringing me ever closer to learning on the job. I'm starting to think that no war declarations might be just as fun. One of the problems that I have with Olwen's here is that he's stripped of diplomacy and of intrigue, which are two great ways to get moving. Being wounded certainly doesn't hurt. Could I please get some treatment, my beloved courtier physician? Court physician, even. Don't think she wants to. I was hoping that Lower Silesia would break apart by now. I mean, look at the size of the place. And they have Confederate partition, right? They must do, they're tribal. There we go, Confederate partition. So I'm hoping it just shatters like a pot and then I can scoop up what I'm after. Use that wealth to build up more and more. Well, I did build up this. And I certainly could build up more down the line. Oh, I get nothing out of you now that it's leased out. I doubt they even pay me taxes. The buggers. What else do I want out of this place? Archer damage, skirmisher damage. Yeah, go on then. Oh, you're still being built up. Is it different build times for different buildings? I feel like it is. Countess Roxana got captured. I mean, go figure, these people are fighting amongst themselves. And my wife is pregnant once again. This will be her 7th child. Maybe we'll get twins again. But I'm just waiting for genius, robust. Yeah, I'd take genius, hale, and comely. Or any other similar combination, just so long as we get the ability to strengthen the bloodline. Yeah, she's been busy. More learning. Different faith opinion and faith conversion cost. Useless, but learn on the job is what I'm all about. And then there's sanctioned loopholes. I think I used that in the Alba campaign, but probably not to great effect. Yeah, you are frighteningly big. I'm not saying we couldn't take you on. I'm just saying it doesn't seem like a good fight to take. White Rus here has almost nothing to his name, and I could declare war for anything I want, including a... if you can call that a kingdom. The kingdom of Galicia Volhynia. I don't think I want to take something that Halisi is probably going for. All I can get is that for duchies. Oh, you don't have a lot to offer me at all, do you? And then there's my count's claims, but it doesn't seem worth fighting you. Could I at least raid you for people? Huh, for some reason I can't raid for captives off of you. But I could raid you for captives. Kungus got taken over. Oh, it's nice to see Sweden breaking apart a bit, courtesy of Norway, or Norge. But Sweden still dipped way too hard into here. Bavaria feels like it's receded a bit. I can fight Bavaria, right? For the kingdom of Carpathia. Carpathia? Pannonia. Let's see, you're allied with Hugo of France, East Francia. And that's a terrifying alliance right there. Not that there's any need for us to go to war, it's just good to know what our options are. Impressive fertility. Well, she is pretty. That's a straight 20 right there. And we're comely, so that's an extra 10. I'm just doing what comes naturally. And being wounded does not impact me in bed, thankfully. Although it would be nice if my court physician could help me out with that. I might be feeling fine, but I'd like to feel better than fine. Get me those camps. You can create the Kingdom of Moldavia. I'll pass on that. Oh, it's another girl, isn't it? Oh god, it's a barren girl. You can't have the name Angel. Not at all. We're gonna call you Pizza-rific. Best of luck plopping anything out to there, Pizza-rific. Could ransom Clara here. Oh, right, you've been captured and I could pay for you to leave. Oh, no, no, no. Clara is somebody else. Clara's just some lunatic. But if they're worth money, not too bad money at that, then out they go. Otherwise, prisoners are essentially dread bait, and I wouldn't mind a little bit more dread, especially if we have somebody that's so old they're almost certainly going to die, but it's tyrannical to kill you? Get out of here. Oh, you wouldn't accept him being let go. What a shame. Who else is a bit too old here? More tyranny. Why did I wrap up all these people who would apparently be tyrannical to take out? You have a claim on all of Bulgaria, which is quite interesting. But what's more interesting is killing you. Goodbye. I don't want this land, and even if I were to take it and release it as a kingdom, evidently Byzantine Empire would gobble it up. So I'll pack it in. They're correct faith, yes, but we have human sacrifices. Oh, baby. The kingdom of Wallachia just grew. There we go. It includes this. Which means if I were to... Oh, well, I've already taken the Duchy of Bukovina. So it should already have been integrating. If I finish off this, then we'll be good. I could create this title if I want, but I really, really don't want to, and I hope it never does. Oh, dear. Bitter Craven. My own flesh and blood taken prisoner. That's what you get for getting involved in these wars, I assume. How did you even get taken there? The sacking of Pinsk. Sure. Are we Confederate partition? I think we still are. Yeah, there we are. We have not researched ways to get around that yet. Confederate partition. If I wanted partition, we would go, well, no, because we don't have hereditary rule. But as far as I can tell, we're not going to pop out any... Oh, crikes! There it is. There's Kingdom of Moldavia going to McCaig. I don't want that. I mean, I really don't want that. Yeah, we have 5 of 5 counties for it. What I could do is let this one go, and then that wouldn't be an option. Or we could just roll with it. Send McCaig to the Holy Order you created. I think he's a bit young for that. Yeah, children. Oh wait, you need a martial education trait to do it. Huh, did not know that. With traits like this though, I'd rather have him around. What we can do is integrate this title, and then that will stop us from having the Kingdom of Moldavia created. It'll take some time, it always does. But you might get some events that speed it up. If only you were my friend, you'd get it done faster. Time to kill some kids. No, we can simply disinherit them. We're not hurting for renown. In fact, we make good renown right now. Kings, dukes, king by marriage, count by marriage. That sounds good to me. Plus, I've already been on a bit of a tyrannical spree, so I'm happy to let that cool off a bit. Clara. Upon your demise... Right, your next heir is actually heir to both of these as well, which is a shame. But I really want to get my royal prerogative first, so I can get High Crown authority, stop people from infighting, and then go for it. Criminals, eh? Unfortunately, I'm so bad at intrigue that it's very hard for me to capture any of these people. Right, enough of that swaying. The people that need to like me plenty, so nothing to worry about. I mean, it's all very calm and quiet for King Olwen's, which is fine. It's just unfortunate that he doesn't have the skills to go and grab the people that we need. I would really like to go and befriend this good patriarch, because he's sitting on a lot of money that should belong to us. Look, he's an honest person. We're honest as well. But I'd need the befriend ability. So I'm tempted to switch out, once I have learn on the job, to diplomacy, so I can befriend him. But the downside there is that I want medicine focus so that I can get the witchy thing, if indeed we can. How are you doing, by the way? Nah, he's feeling fine. But at least it's a remarkably peaceful reign for Olwen's here. He might not be very good, but he's not a disaster. Oh? Oh, somebody just lost out big time. The Basilius got abducted by... By you? Basilius was taken prisoner by somebody who's in prison because there was a battle. Okay, well, that could cause a bit of a downfall for Byzantine if they kill him. I don't think they will, but if they did, that would be much... Yeah, Christ, they really did capture each other. Madness. Okay. Not sure if I want my sister to be my rival here, since she has claims in the kingdom as well. I've had so many opportunities to be friends with Haramir. Why not? Let's have friends with a big gay uncle. An affair with Bajan. Oh god, he's a complete asexual. My brother Barbenfolk has accused my vassal Duchess Clara of having oh, that's good. Known criminal. That means I can imprison you and revoke your title. Well, or revoke your title. So, I can just shove Clara into prison. This is great. I really, really wanted Clara into prison so that I could take Altania for myself. So what I would do is revoke your title of the Duchy of Altania. You have no choice but to accept, I'm afraid. This is an act of tyranny? What are you talking about? We had every right to do that. Oh, but it didn't give tyranny. This is why I have trust issues with the tyranny tooltip. Right, that's good. Now I can sort out my duchy titles a bit better. I am the duchy, or I'm the Duke of Altania, but I shouldn't hold on to that because I think that's too many duchies, yeah. So I need to give it away to somebody that I would rather have it. The question is who? I'm very bad at thinking who's best to land for these sorts of things. Someone with some good stewardship is always tempting, but ooh, this learned individual. I do like that. Dragos has been there forever. What, over here? I just think they have Dragos after Dragos here. I don't have a hook on any of these guys, do I? Would be quite nice to give this to a family member that I have a house head hook on, though. Because then I can change their contract nice and easily. Make sure you don't give away your councillors when assigning who gets which vassals. That's just a vassal, that's just a vassal, and that's a vassal and an okay champion. But yes, I think it has to be somebody that I have a hook on that we do this to. Hooks you hold. 31 of them. House head, baby. And I think all of these are my relatives. So who do we have that we can give this to that has the greatest traits and is not currently landed? So it has to be somebody of Vlad. That's not going to work the way I want it to, does it? First name matches Vlad. What about... Okay, well, how about House Vlad? At least you can check that. Although some might be cadet branches. Hadamir Vlad. The trouble with landing people that are really close to me is that then I can't marry them off and such. Ooh, we could give it to Andre Vlad. See what he does with that sterile. Where's the other sterile one we had? Not seeing them. High learning is the least important factor in education success chance, says JJ. Before they're genius, intelligent, quick, and the skill in education. Oh. How about that? Right, Hadamir. You're a courtier of Grand Jester. What I could actually do is... Ah, hell, why care about it? You go marry whoever you want. Grant title, you can have that, and you can have the duchy. Lucky you. 3 vassals transferred, I don't really mind. But the important thing is that I'm modifying that contract. I want loads of taxes out of you. And I'll use my hook so it's not tyrannical. I love doing that. I know the gains are really small, but they might not be so small in due time. And that really neatens things up. This is like the only errant piece of land there is. And now I could happily give you back to Duke Grand Jester, who's very unhappy with this incorrect liege. You're just a vassal of mine, nothing special. And you, of course, belong to Moldavia. So I have no problem with granting you that vassal. There we go. Now it's probably not a mistake. There, they're all neat and tidy. Just what I'm after. Oh dear. Barb and Falk, down he went. Which means, well, not a lot actually. Bye, my brother. Shameful truth has reached the light of day. My cousin Duke I got so many cousins. Extramarital affair with Sophia. Oh man, you are my Duke. But you know, I do need to change your contract a bit there. Guards, lock him up. And ransom them, not from... Oh well, there we go. Get a weak hook. What was I thinking? Instead of ransom, do negotiate. I could banish them, but let's not do that. Just take the weak hook. It's minus 20 for that, but if we ransom, then it's just weak hook with no penalty. Interesting. Oh well, out you go. There's no real need for me to pursue that much further. Just give me the money. Again, I'm getting barely anything out of it right now, but a lot of that's due to not rightful liege. Then there's the likes of Moldavia, which actually now is rightful liege. And they already pay me extortionate taxes. Again, doesn't look like a lot of money. And maybe it never will, but... hey-ho. Oh, that's nice. I didn't have to fabricate anything to get that land then. What's going on here? Are you still increasing development? You are. That's good. Is there anybody better that could be doing it for me? No. So integrating title. Again, anyone better? No. Then this all seems okay. The only thing I'd consider is smacking down some claims elsewhere. But mostly so I can put dukes out where I want them, man. White Rus is falling apart. It is a little tempting to roll on in there and take something from White Rus, but we don't have much left to take. I think it's because we don't border them anymore. What a shame. You still have that scary alliance, though. I'd like that gone before I go for Khazaria. Afro Ninja saying, how much have you occupied? Not a whole lot. This is not a blobbing campaign. I got no problem with that. Is my... are you still being looked over by me? Yes, I'm just not seeing much. Come to think of it, I haven't really gotten any events out of you. I'm happy to have learning education on you. Diplomacy would be probably as good, though. I mean, what does learning really get me? It gets me good with those fascinations. Diplomacy, I probably just want thoughtful and befriend, and then I move on. Oh well, here's hoping that you don't let me down with those traits of yours. However, we do have... They only start when they're 6, yeah, but he's 7. Yeah, we're working on royal prerogative, that's not what I was getting at. We do have this now. They should get better education traits. Don't know how much. Wound is healed. Oh, and we're scarred. That's actually pretty good. Get extra prestige and attraction. Visibly wearing the memories of battles or accidents, all wounds is notably scarred. Sweet, we should celebrate. Let's have a feast. I'm not seeing any scar on him, but I'll be sure to show it off to everybody who turns up. Who is turning up? Why does my queen never want to join in? She's gluttonous. Why in God's name would she not join this? I mean, it's for the better. I don't want her getting too fat, but... turning me away like that. How goes the witch hunt, says Dennis. Let's not go there. I bid you all welcome. I pray you find the food to your liking. Oh, man. Why does the game want me to make my sister my enemy here? I don't have anything against her, and I need her to pump out some genius babies. Which she doesn't appear to be doing. Oh, I could get a hook as I save her. Don't know what I'll do with that. She's not landed, and she doesn't have any money. I have no idea what I'd do with her. The dilemma. We're talking to my mayor. It's a nice thing about having mayors. You can have inconsequential people to have these for, and they can pop out with some decent stats as well. Say, he just became my friend, did Mayor Radu. I like friends. There's payment to be demanded, or is there? I don't see a reason not to take that money out of Cladu. And then there's you. Look, if they're just counts, I should be taking their money, but 20-something isn't worth it. Guests depart. We all have a good time. They all like me more. We probably gain a bit more of that weight. Realm will lose land when vassals die. What? The primary heir is actually somebody from out with it. That's fine. You have someone that's pregnant, so that's okay. You are a problem, though. Because your primary heir is of Eden. Ooh, that's not good at all now, is it? Not good at all. I mean, I don't really want this land, but I certainly don't want Byzantium having it, and I don't want them taking this either. So what's a man to do? I could lay claim to Clarassi and then take it away from her. But she's probably not going to live that longer. She's malnourished. Okay, get on it. I want that. And if you get a claim on all of the... well, it's just a county. And I can't actually just kill Tihomir, sadly. There's something that stops that, though. Is it high? Oh, that's sad. For all we know, that was a genius baby. No longer pregnant. Let's see. There we go. Vassals' titles cannot be inherited by characters outside the realm, so I need royal prerogative to stop that from happening. There's no way I'm going to get it before she bites the dust, though.